those polls open, and as you heard there, the IEC is saying it's all systems go. And just a reminder, our SAFM listeners, welcome to it. Morning Live and on SABC News and SABC2. We all together. John Hirika is here with us and joined now by political analyst Gogo Aubrey Matshiqi. Togoza. So, Aubrey, just before you came on, before we played that report by Nhlanhla Kgatane, we were talking about the electoral system, as it were, and going to cast a ballot. But what does it actually change?
Well, remember, if we look at the national picture, the complaint has been that at a national and provincial level, the electoral system favors the party bosses because the emphasis is on party representatives, let's say in the legislature and in the national parliament. But what is lacking is a situation where the citizen, the voter, is represented directly. Now, local government is different because local government has a mixed system. You have the ward councillor who is supposed to represent the citizen directly, and then you have the PR side of local government in which it is a party that is represented. And what people have been calling for, or at least some people have been calling for, is a system at national and provincial level, which is similar to what we have at local government level, a mixed system in which you have party representatives and those who represent directly the interests of citizens. But if we talk about elections in general, it is still my view that there is a disjuncture that has developed between the lived reality of citizens and the capacity of elections to change that lived reality for the better. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, elections in this country have become a mere ritual that we engage in every 5 years.
Isn't that the exciting thing about these elections? It seems as if there might be change in the air. Are you seeing that happening on the ground as well, or is that just a lot of propaganda that's coming from the political parties to say change is coming?
To the extent that there might be change after this election, it will be change for the worse, not change for the better. I take the view that the majority of South Africans who are eligible to vote are not going to turn up today. If you go back to the 2019 election, 1 million South Africans who are eligible to vote did not vote. So what I'm interested in today is not the voter turnout. I'm interested in the participation rate. In other words, the number of South Africans who are eligible to vote, who will bother to vote today. For me, that's a more interesting figure.
So in terms of people not turning up, why do you think that we are seeing this apathy? And is it apathy from voters, or is there something more nuanced at play here?
Well, there is apathy, Sakina, but it is not the apathy of the citizens, it's the apathy of the politician. We, on many occasions, talk about a lack of political will to deliver change, to change the lot of the citizen for the better. Now, the party that is apathetic, as far as that is concerned, the party that is disengaged, the party that is out of touch, is the politician, not the citizen. Now, remember, not voting is a democratic option. You exercise that democratic option in protest against what people call lack of delivery, but broadly speaking, against the underperformance of both the state and the economy, to the extent that one of the things that should happen, and it doesn't happen as far as South African elections are concerned, is that the social and economic lot of citizens must change for the better. And I still maintain that this election, like previous elections, is not going to deliver that.
I find it interesting you say that not voting is a sign of protest. But surely this is the opportunity to really protest and try somebody else to run your neighborhood.
That makes sense if you believe that through an election you are going to achieve change, fundamental or otherwise. Now, if you look at, especially after the 2004 elections, it's very clear, the evidence is very clear, there's a disconnect between the capacity of the system, the capacity of elections, the capacity of our democracy on the one hand, and that is its ability to deliver, and the interests of citizens as far as them yearning for a better life is concerned. So what we've continued to see, especially after 2004, is a growing gap between what we call the procedural dimensions of democracy. We vote every 5 years. We have freedoms such as freedom of expression and so on. So in administrative terms, we've done very well since 1994. In substantive terms, that is, as far as the ability of our democracy to substantively change the lives of our people, we have not done that. And when it comes to elections, as one of the instruments through which that change can happen, elections themselves have woefully failed.
Well, interesting. And of course, we'll be unpacking more of these thoughts and sentiments, and we want to hear yours as well. Do let us know. John, it's been absolutely fabulous having you, and we'll see you again tomorrow, won't we?
Thank you. And I hope the SAFM listeners have enjoyed it as well. And we'll do it again tomorrow morning between 5 and 6. Stephen Crotis will be keeping you updated on everything on SAFM over the next 3 hours, and regular updates to the IEC Centre here with me and with you as well.
I'll be on later on, update at noon, but of course regular updates, as you say, John, throughout the day, right up until 9 p.m. this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, but you, of course, are still also going to be here. You're still hanging around.
I go into my radio studio now, so I can take off the jacket.
and it's just behind us. But as we said, absolutely fabulous and loving this collaboration. Radio meets television.